Shalom, this is Rabbi Shapira from Israel today. Live from Israel is one of my favorite things to teach, history from the land here. And today I'm in a very special place. I'm in a place in the Golan Heights, or just the skirts of the Golan Heights, in a place called Yehudiah. Yehudiah is a name of a village, and what you see here behind me is a ruins. It's a ruins of an old synagogue. Now, what is unique about this synagogue? How do we know that this was a synagogue? We read by Josephus, in Josephus' writing, that here in Yehudiah they used this place to plan the revolt against the Romans. So I would like to give you a mental picture. Imagine, look, show them all the ruins as you walk with me. Right here, all of those ruins were used. There was a big city, and we are in the ruins of an ancient synagogue. And Josephus tells us that they planned a big revolt against the Romans right here in the place we are standing. And after 1967, when Israel took the Golan Heights, this area was discovered and excavated, and you can tell that the ruin of the building still remain up to this place. And the amazing thing, why do you ask? Why would they build here? Why here? Why did they choose this place? Because right here, there are three rivers who come together. There is a lot of water, which you look and you say, wow, this is desolate. Remember something. This area, in general, Israel does not have water, but wherever there is water, you're going to find settlements. And here you see all the Jewish ruins, and there is great water. There's Nachal Yehudiah, Nachal Zavitan, the Zavitan, and there is the Meshushim, the pool, made out of oxygen, oxygons. Pentagons, excuse me.
Hexagons.
Pentagon?
Hexagon.
So that is amazing. We see the ruin. So we are going to continue this discovery together today through the writing of Josephus today. And we see the settlement called Yehudiah actually also mentioned in the Mishnah. In Pirkei Avot, we also see a reference to it. So here you see the ruins of some of the synagogues, the settlement of the city. We will continue here shortly with you. I hope you are blessed. If you're interested in history and studying with me in the land here, consider joining Yeshivat Shuvu, because one of the things we are going to be doing with the students is taking them here with the land to take them to places like that, less touristy places, but more places that are truly part of Jewish history. Anyway, I lost my kippah. Anyways, I wish you all Chag Sameach here from the Golan Heights. What a great area. This is, we're standing on a good Jewish soil here. Litraot. Bye-bye. Shalom, this is Rabbi Shapira. I'm still in Yehudiah. I would like to show you some of the ruins. This is a ruin of the synagogues that they found. Imagine this is being potentially a Bet Midrash, and they said that one of the artifacts that they found, how do we know that was a synagogue? They found by the mezuzah, right by the doorpost as you walk into this. So they found both a mezuzah, but they found on the doorpost something that looked like this, a menorah, okay? And on the structure, so where they know that it was a synagogue, okay? In the Tosefta, which is a tractate in the Talmud, this place not called Yehudiah, it's called Yehudah, okay? But they found many artifacts, Jewish artifacts, that telling us that indeed this area was not just a lively Jewish settlement, but it was synagogues were here and Jewish life were here in the time of the Mishnah. Can you imagine? I am touching right now history. This is representing history of almost 2,000 years, and maybe even before that, as we are walking here in Yehudiah. This is great. If you're in the Golan Heights, you have to come and march in Yehudiah. In a minute, you will see why it's so lively because we will go inside the river and you will see how much water there is here. So imagine if you live here, you need water, you just go into the river, you go pick up water. How awesome that is. You know, so let's go, let's continue. We're continuing our series from Yehudiah here. I want to show you something very, very cool. First of all, notice the thorniness. Why is it so thorny? This thing looks like a bunch of nothing, right? It is actually not nothing. It is something very special. It's not blossoming now, but it will blossom very, very soon. And guess what will go out of this? Right here in the middle of nowhere. Capers. Have you ever had smoked salmon and capers? That's a capers bush. And those are absolutely remarkable. But the reason there are so many thorns because there are so many animals that come and eat him off. And somehow we managed to survive here. So here you can imagine, just if you close your eyes, capers and they had many other fruit and vegetables we'll go and show you in a little bit. And right here, the river, and amazing, a synagogue. What an awesome little town. If you just close your eyes and imagine, you can see a lively, awesome little town here in Yehudiah. And the air, because we're in a high altitude, the air is so clean and clear and good here. Shalom, this is Rabbi Shapira. So a minute ago I showed you I was in Yehudiah this way. I just walked not even 100 meters. And you know what I hear? I hear the sound of living water. What amazing village this is right next to it. Look at this canyon. What do you think is in the bottom? Look at the greenery. And you know already what is in the bottom. It's going to be living water. So that's what brings life here into the Golan Heights. The fact that this is the highest amount of water that is poured all over the land of Israel. And we still have not have the rain that is called in Hebrew the Yoreh. The Yoreh is the very first rain. The second you have the very first rain called the Yoreh, this area turns green. And lush. So right there at the bottom, that's what we're going now to go down and found, the living water. Let's continue. This is, by the way, places Yeshua ministered here. He ministered not very far from me. Kfar Nahum, as an example, is only about 10 miles from here this way, okay? So I found me a great spot to continue this lesson here. So you remember about 40 minutes ago, I showed you why the Yehudiah area has been so wonderful to settling. Here is the winter. Show them the water. There is living water here. And here's the cool thing. Guess what? There is water here every day of the year, even if it's drought. Show them this. I want them to see this. I can show them the water, but there is always water here. I am in the summer heat, and the water gets here up to here now. Imagine what it's like when it's snowing and it's melting, the snow water and all the rivers. It's probably completely full. So they had a pumping stations. So remember, whoever lived next to the river had a prime real estate, so they can pump the water just as easy. And there's rowdy people behind me, it's my party, who's screaming, so just ignore them. But you understand, this is ice cold. Those people, as a matter of fact, here, let's just show them. Noach, get into the water, let's show them. Noach, get in.
You go in first.
Look, I'll go. My nephew is very icky. Shalom, Chaverim, this is Rabbi Shapira. I found me an awesome spot upon the rock. About 40 minutes ago, I talked to you about what makes this a prime real estate location. And now it's all about location. Look is what is in the bottom here. A river that is flowing every day of the year. So there is never a problem getting water here. And Gamla, which is just a little bit there, one of the most important settlements in the Golan area, had a pumping station. So there was a well pumping station. So everybody who lived by the river had a pump. They didn't have to walk all the way down. And let me tell you, I'm right now here in October. Israel did not have even had the first rain yet. The water reached up to my thighs. And guess what? It is ice cold water. Imagine what a good and pure water you would have here when the Hermon, from Mount Hermon would come out. So this is it. The source of life is water. And that's why this is a great area. God bless you. I'll continue this lesson here from Yehudiah in a little bit. 6 rivers come together to this area. So we will see you in a little bit. Shalom, Chaverim. This is Rabbi Shapira here. and I am still in the river of Yehudiah. And a second ago showed them there was a vine, a fruit of the vine going right here. You see here this? The reason this looks so messy is because wild boars, show them right here, wild boars coming down here, and it's interesting. But here I want to show you something amazing. I'm sitting by a fig tree, and I was thinking about the parable of Yeshua and the fig tree. Why did Yeshua curse the fig tree? Let me tell you why Yeshua cursed the fig tree. This is important. The Midrash teaches us that when Adam and Eve sinned, they made a belt to cover their parts made out of fig. The reason Yeshua cursed the fig tree because it was the reminder of the first sin of humanity. That's exactly the reason according to the Midrash. And that's amazing to see a fig tree here, and you can just picture and imagine a fig tree just like this as Yeshua cursed it. But he didn't curse it because he didn't give fruit. He cursed it because it's reminded of the very first sin that separated God from man. So it's absolutely amazing to see so many trees here. We see them, all fruit trees all over the place. It's truly a source of life. Yeshua is the source of life, and may He will be the one who will become the living water for us. Yitro, Chaverim.